Well, we begin here. The National Prosecuting Authority says it is engaging with relevant authorities on the arrest of the Gupta brothers, Rajesh and Atul. They were arrested in the United Arab Emirates yesterday. In a statement, the Dubai police say they acted on a red alert by Interpol. According to Dubai police, the arrest reflects continuous of the AU in combating money laundering crimes through local cooperation. Their extradition process back to South Africa is to face corruption charges, is expected to start soon. They are alleged to be the architects of state capture during former President Jacob Zuma's tenure and siphoning off billions of rands from state entities. All right, let's get some reaction then. We cross live to our correspondent in New Delhi, Ishan Garg. Good day to you, Ishan. Thanks very much for being with us. All right, let's begin here then. What's been the general reaction in India? Of course, we know the Guptas being nationals of India. What's been the reaction about this particular arrest? I mean, is this being widely reported, and is the story sort of making waves in India?
Absolutely. This issue has been widely covered by the Indian media, as it has been by the international media as well. And it assumes particular significance in India because the Gupta brothers have hailed from India. They emigrated out of India in '93. And back when they were in India, that this wasn't a very prominent business family. This wasn't a rich group of people. They only assumed prominence in South Africa. And India only got to know about the Gupta brothers once they were embroiled in the controversy with the ex-president Zuma. So now that they've been arrested in the UAE, their names are making headlines in Indian media, and there is a sense of understanding within the Indian community who does not know a lot about the Gupta brothers. They're only known in their small pocket of Saharanpur, a very nondescript small town in the state of Uttar Pradesh, as a local business family. People in India don't really know a lot about the Guptas, but now that they've been arrested in the UAE, and there are news headlines about them, about their allegations of money laundering, of power peddling in South Africa. The reputation that's been held by the Gupta brothers, especially in their small town of Saharanpur, that's definitely going to take a hit. And there's also a feeling in the Indian community that the money laundering case that has been registered against the Gupta brothers, that may see some traction now that the brothers have been arrested. So it is likely that Indian authorities may also be in touch with the South African government and the UAE government in the next few coming days in a bid to try and move that case along.
The brothers are also charged with money laundering in India, as you mentioned there. And one of the things that they had mentioned during the time that they were sort of being hunted in South Africa was that this was purely based on the fact that they are Indian nationals. And I wonder if there is any sense of pity coming from India, where they are from, in that there is some sort of theory about why the Guptas are being, I'll use the term, picked on.
Well, there hasn't been any reaction from the Indian government as such, but the fact that the family belongs from India means that the Indian authorities may be involved in the proceedings at some degree. The fact that they are Indian nationals is certainly is an interesting fact, and they have had a very long history of traveling back to the country, even when they were assuming prominence in South Africa as well. So it is likely that the Indian authorities may get involved in some capacity, but the fact remains that the credibility, whatever they had built for themselves in their small nook in the state of Uttar Pradesh by being a prominent business family there, that has certainly taken a hit after their arrest. They had constructed a multi-million temple in this city of Saharanpur, because of which they were regarded as this really benevolent and philanthropic family. That reputation would have taken a hit after their arrest. So it is likely that going forward, the Indian authorities may be involved in some respect in the legal proceedings, but the case, of course, as a legal expert in India, I'm saying, remains in South Africa's court.
All right, Ishan Garg, thanks very much for that update. Speaking to us from New Delhi in India, of course, on a reaction regarding the Gupta brothers being arrested.